Look at us, we're in the underworld, and we are Nancy Drew, and it's awesome. This is, of course, just the setting for the show, which is really weird that they built this like this. It's quite complex, but having said that, one thing it kind of occurred to me is that I really want to go check out that cool workshop. Let's see if I can get back in here. Now that I think about it, actually, I think I just went the wrong way. So is it going to actually make me do that puzzle again to get out of here? Oh, phew. Okay, cool. So where was that workshop now? Oh, wait a minute. I just saw something there. Oh, no, it's nothing. Okay. The workshop is right here. Here we go. So once I step into it, the alarm's going to go off, right? Ah, jeez, scared me again. So how do I actually get in here? Well, let's just see what happens. We'll just kind of poke around.
What are you doing?
Oh! I made a fatal error? Why? I wanted to turn that alarm off. Okay, let's get out of here then. We will not do that then. I do want to go back and get water. Let's just do that. We can definitely do that. Go over here. Where was that water area? Right there. So I think if we dip this thing in here. Uh-oh.
You had one job, pitcher. I need to block the holes.
Okay. Sure. Uh-huh. Not helping, game. Not helping. Where's the orange? We're so close. We only are missing 2. I don't know. This one? Ooh, that's pretty nice. We're so close. Yes!
Got it. I can use this to move the water.
I'm so happy. Ooh, look, I just saw also over there. It's a phone oh, Cerebus phone charm. Check out all the phone charms I've got right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. Super exciting. So I think what we'll do now is, I'm not sure about that security system. And I'm feeling that we should probably just leave for now. You know, go upstairs for a little bit of fresh air. We're supposed to talk to Gregor, so we'll go talk to him. I'm not sure about that security system, but we'll get back to that soon enough. Hello, boat.
What are you doing?
What was that all about?
The remote. Give it to me.
No, I need it for my work.
Now!
Wow, what a jerk.
Do not come back!
Why not?
The stage wants you dead.
What?
Can't you feel the floor is shaking? Do you know why that happens?
I assume it has something to do with the hydraulic lifts.
Not something, everything. The hydraulics are warming up for the show. The sets are not normally kept so far off the ground. They're not to be occupied unless they're locked into place on the stage.
But you're here.
I know what I'm doing, and you do not. Leave.
Wow. I don't know what to say about Mr. Jerk here. What's up with that attitude? Mr. Attitude over there, wow. Let's go talk to Mr. Gregor.
Do you like what you found in my bag?
Sorry if that was intrusive, but I'm here to keep tabs on the museum.
Oh, then let me help you. The museum is on the exterior of the bag. The interior of the bag is not the museum.
Nancy's
Museum?
in trouble again.
Not museum.
You've made your point.
See that I have.
Oops.
Can you help me get down into the rest of the sets?
Why?
I'm here to help Melina. I need to be able to go everywhere.
It is far too dangerous down there.
But not for Thanos.
Definitely for Thanos. He just doesn't listen.
If it's okay for me to say so, it seems like you had a bit of a rough time growing up.
We chose to put on a Greek tragedy. But when your parents die young, it's Dickens or nothing.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
The hard days are over. Growing up alone had its perks. It taught me how to study people. When you don't have much power, you have to know how to read people in your life.
So it was something of a survival strategy?
You could say that. Each time they put me in a new home, I'd do my research. I'd listen, watch people, feel them out. Every once in a while, I'd strike gold and find a diary.
Why?
If I liked the family, I'd do my best to be what they wanted.
You didn't want to be yourself?
I didn't think I'd be okay if I did. I figured, if you're taking in a kid, there must be something you want. I'd try to be whatever or whoever was missing from their home until they realized that never works. Not a great way to grow up. But an actor couldn't ask for finer training.
True. That is pretty true.
How did you get into acting?
It's not a proud story.
Are you okay telling me?
For you, dear, I'd do anything. I was discovered in the costume department,
Nothing embarrassing about that.
stealing a warm jacket.
Got it.
It was just my luck that the director of the theater
jeez.
needed some extras he couldn't afford. So for my first gig, I was paid in not going to juvenile lockup.
A few keywords to leave off the resume.
Yeah, exactly.
I ran your background check.
Now why would you go and do a thing like that? It's already been done.
My friends have access to some pretty powerful resources. I have some bad news to report.
Should I sit down?
Maybe. According to my sources, you're not who you say you are.
Oh. I should probably be wearing something else then.
I know your background. My question is, why did you use a false name?
Not false. I changed it legally. I slipped a little, not enough, money in the envelope to keep the record sealed.
Interesting.
Is there a significance to the name you're using?
There is. All the significance in the world. Gregor is the man who caught me stealing. He ran the theater.
Is he a hero of yours?
Mentor, I guess. He said I was a natural on the stage, but hopeless at life. My boy, you're the only student I've ever had to teach how to stop acting. With each show and rehearsal, he gave me a space to get to really be myself for the first time.
He sounds very special.
The truth might just be that he was an average man who found an unfortunate kid. To me, he was great.
Wow.
Can you show me how to run the light board?
I'd love to, but I really don't have the time. You'll find a book on it somewhere.
I love his like split personality, right? One moment he's like, "Oh yeah, for sure, I'll do that," and the next moment he's like, "But I don't have time."
Did you know Naobi has a history as an art forger?
I did, and that's a very dramatic way of putting it.
Explain the difference to me.
It's the difference between cheating off a friend and robbing a bank.
Still, she did commit art forgery.
She hid behind her friend because she was timid. If you ask me, her so-called friend is the real criminal here, making millions while Naobi scrapes by.
Interesting.
What are your plans after the show?
One day, I'd like to open up a theater of my own. Maybe give back the gifts I was given.
I think that's a nice idea.
And I'd put Gregor's name on the marquee. Like I said, I'm just borrowing the name. I've been keeping it safe until I can put it where it belongs.
Why were you casting the role of Plutus?
I knew I hadn't made my point.
I don't recall Plutus ever being in the Persephone myth.
Xenia had a sequence in mind where Demeter petitions all the gods. But it was too boring, too expensive, and did I mention too boring?
Yes, you did.
I can't find any records of your previous performances.
People don't really consider what we do to have much artistic merit. It's more like historical reenactments. No one reviews those.
Interesting way to look at it.
About that Plutus casting sheet I found in your bag?
Which, let's remember, isn't part of the museum.
Whoops.
Something about it seems odd. Why would you be casting this late in the game?
I like working with undiscovered talent.
Wouldn't Xenia be casting? Wouldn't there be some reference to Plutus in the script somewhere?
You're unbelievable.
It's a trait you and I share, apparently.
Zing!
I didn't lie. And don't you dare call anyone on that list.
My contacts are already on it.
Nancy, you have no idea what you just did.
Explain it.
Explain it to me.
With pleasure. For the last 5 years, I've been researching angel investors. You know what those are?
Yeah, they invest in new businesses when no one else will.
Those are my angel investors. Or were. For my theater. For Gregor's theater. It took years to get those names. They were coming to opening night, Nancy. And now, they're gone. I promise it. Your contacts asking about me like I'm a crook?
If you have nothing to hide, then you have nothing to worry about.
Leave me alone. Now! Go and don't come back!
Nancy, what have you done? You're just making matters worse. First it was Thetis, now it's Gregor. I don't even know what to say. I'll go through the bag one more time just for fun. Shoot, I can't believe this. Alright, so I think what we'll do here... Oh, look. She's gone. That means we could actually go through and get into her tablet, but... we all know that this is going to take 10 minutes, and I said I was going to do those off camera. Because they're insane! I kind of wish the squares were a little bigger. Because that's crazy to do 10 minutes each. That's like an hour just in the putting those mosaics together. Let's go see if Naobi's in here still. See if she has anything new to say.
Thank you for unlocking the display for me.
Why are you so interested in them?
The tooling marks tell a story about how they're made. For the most part, we still don't understand the full method. Bits and pieces, but that's it. I'd love to see if I can see something, anything to add to that discussion.
Strange.
Are you Naobi, the famous painter?
Was.
A friend of mine is obsessed with your work.
I don't want to hear about your friend or anyone else.
I'm sorry. Did I upset you?
You did. It's not your fault, but I had to snap at you.
Why?
No one cared about my art, but they loved to look at the smoking wreckage of my career. I don't talk about that.
Okay, I respect that.
I'm starting over. I'm here. This is what I've got now.
So Nancy's making friends all over the place today. Oops.
Could an artist create an exact copy of the art on display?
Who are you trying to fool?
An expert, I guess.
Which expert?
Any expert.
That's the trick. That's why most forgery doesn't work. Each expert speaks a different language. Some are chemists. Some focus on the process until they dream in brushstrokes, patina, and lacquers. It's easy to fool one expert. Impossible to fool every expert.
Could you?
I couldn't fool any expert, let alone every expert.
Is the museum's collection the real reason you're here?
What makes you ask that? I'm supposed to be trying new things in my life. That's what everyone says. Move on. Be new. Try new things. Don't dwell.
Sorry if I offended. It just seems like a pretty rare chance to study all of this great work.
Oh, guilty. I heard different words from what you meant. I can't even begin to tell you what it's like. When I was small and the other girls were crushing on the boys, I was falling in love with Phidias. No joke. A terminal art girl from the jump. Which reminds me, in case it's contagious, I've got books for you. Learn the language and art will speak to you. If I wasn't so terrified of that nightmarish amphitheater, I'd be skipping around the place.
Okay. Wow, we got so many more questions to ask about.
What's your art background?
I completed my first piece, oatmeal on vertical plaster wall, at 6 months. It was magnificent. From there, it was variations on a similar theme.
So you came to it naturally?
I came to loving it naturally. The rest was a struggle. But I always loved the study. Especially the old Greek masters. Look around the museum. You're in the presence of greatness. Art is the physical manifestation of men and women reaching across thousands of years to share their secrets. And secrets never come easy, but they also never leave your heart. They're reaching out for you, Nancy. See them and reach back.
Wow.
I'll let you go.
Goodbye.
I need a break. Like, she is just too much, and Nancy's just really offending everyone that she's in contact with today. I'm even afraid to call Melina just because we might offend her too, but I don't know. We'll see if we have anything to say with her.
Hi.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
All right, and with that, we're going to take a break, and we'll be back in the next episode. Thank you all for watching Labyrinth of Lies on YourGibs.